Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're going to be exploring the fascinating world of magic today. Not the David Copperfield kind, but the kind that has captivated people for centuries. Our guide for this deep dive is Swami Manuel's book, 108 Magic Formulas, and let me tell you, it's absolutely packed with ancient and modern practices. Now, before we go any further, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. We're not endorsing any particular belief system here, okay? We're simply fascinated by these formulas, especially since the book emphasizes positive magic, the kind that attracts good things rather than, causing harm. So, are you ready to unlock some secrets?
Absolutely. It's amazing how these formulas give us a glimpse into history, revealing how people have always tried to find ways to, influence their lives and connect with something bigger than themselves. It's something we all crave, would you say?
100%. And you know what I find so intriguing? These formulas are not just some abstract ideas. They offer practical techniques that people have used for protection, healing, and even attracting love or fortune, like real-world stuff.
It's like a toolbox filled with ancient wisdom that, we can still use today.
Exactly. So to make this deep dive a little more manageable, we've picked out a selection of formulas from the book. We'll explore their origins and see how they might be used today. Ready to get started?
Definitely. I'm excited to share the historical context and, see how these ancient techniques might still resonate with us today.
Let's begin with the theme of protection. Seems like a pretty universal human need, right? And these formulas offer some really fascinating ways to, create a sense of safety and security. We'll start with a simple but powerful charm straight from the Bible. No bone shall be broken. Swami Manuel's book explains that this chant is written in a very specific way, in 3 lines without any spaces. It's Asnan si aminve taisexio.
Fascinating, isn't it? Even the way these formulas are written has this sense of power and mystery to it. Traditionally, this particular charm was often placed on doors, almost like a message to negativity, like saying, nope, not welcome here.
Yeah, like a magical do not disturb sign. And I think it's really cool how adaptable it is. You can write it on paper and carry it for personal protection. And they say wrapping it in red thread amplifies its power.
Oh, the color red, yeah. It's got this long history of being linked to strength and protection. It's like a visual reminder of the charm's intention,
Right. It's fascinating how these formulas often combine physical objects with intention and symbolism. It's not just about the words, but the actions and rituals too, engaging both our minds and bodies. What are your thoughts?
I totally agree. There's a real power in engaging multiple senses with these practices, It's like creating a multi-layered experience, something that resonates on a much deeper level.
Okay, so let's switch gears from biblical charms to ancient Hindu traditions. Swami Manuel's book describes this incredible elephant analogy, conjuration for dispelling negativity. It's pretty amazing, actually. You visualize yourself as an elephant shaking off dust, literally shaking off any negative energy that's clinging to you.
I love that imagery. I can almost feel the dust falling away.
Right. It's not just wishing negativity away. It's about actively visualizing yourself getting rid of it. You can use this during meditation or even when you're feeling overwhelmed during the day. Close your eyes, picture yourself as that elephant, and shake it off.
It's such a great example of how these formulas connect us with the natural world.
Yeah.
By tapping into the strength of an elephant, we're tapping into a power that's bigger than just us.
It's like borrowing strength from nature itself, using our imagination to connect with these powerful forces. But protection isn't just about shielding ourselves from the bad stuff, right? It's also about, being able to endure and overcome challenges. That's where words of power come into play.
Yeah, words, they've always held power. They can inspire, heal, even transform us. And in magic, some words are believed to have, a unique potency, a kind of energy that can influence our reality.
Exactly. And Swami Manuel's book introduces 2 such words, Barinial and Jurimiel. They're magical words for physical and mental endurance.
It's like a direct connection to a time when people relied on their own strength, both physical and mental, to survive. It reminds us of that human resilience, that ability to overcome, pretty much anything.
Love that perspective. It's not about magically gaining endurance. It's about tapping into the power we already have. They used to write these words inside their shoes before going on long journeys. Imagine that your shoes giving you a boost of endurance.
Like carrying a secret weapon with every step.
Exactly. And we can adapt this for modern life. Feeling drained at work, maybe try writing Veriniel on a sticky note and putting it on your computer. Or carry Jermiel on a card in your wallet for a mental boost during a rough day.
It's all about reminding ourselves of our inner strength and finding that resilience when we need it most, like a secret code unlocking our full potential.
Now, speaking of powerful words, we can't forget the one etched on King Solomon's ring. It's Shem HaForesh. This word is shrouded in mystery, you know. It's believed to be one of the secret names of God, holding immense power.
It's like a key to the universe, granting access to knowledge and power beyond our everyday understanding.
It's said to grant knowledge, power, and even the ability to travel to other realms. Of course, these are ancient beliefs, but even today, people use this word for personal empowerment, to seek answers, or even to attract success.
It's about connecting with a source of wisdom and guidance beyond our normal understanding, recognizing that there are forces at play in the universe that, well, maybe we don't fully get, but that we can tap into for support.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What if there's more to reality than we can see and touch? What if there are these unseen forces we can connect with to, make our lives better? Pretty intriguing, right?
Definitely intriguing. And these formulas give us a glimpse into that possibility. They invite us to explore, to discover the power within us.
Let's talk about another powerful word you often find on talismans. It's tetragrammaton. This word also has a long history in magic and mysticism and represents the divine name.
Tetragrammaton is all about protection and guidance. It's believed to make other symbols stronger. You can use it for making decisions, almost like asking the universe for a sign.
Right. Swami Manuel says to mentally state your dilemma, then say tetragrammaton 3 times, like amplifying your intention, asking for clarity.
It reminds us that we're not alone in dealing with life's challenges. There are forces beyond our understanding that we can ask for support and guidance from. It's about trusting the universe and believing that we are, well, supported on our journey.
So we've covered protection with charms and powerful words. But what about using objects to attract things we want? Love, abundance, good health. That's where talismans come in. Swami Manuel highlights 3 particularly interesting Hebrew talismans.
Talismans, those are really fascinating, aren't they? They're like tiny powerhouses of intention designed to attract certain outcomes.
The first one is Hormalza, a talisman for preserving beauty both inside and out. It's about regaining lost qualities or boosting self-love. I like this one a lot because it connects beauty to something deeper than just how you look.
It speaks to that inner beauty we all have, that spark that can be nurtured through self-love and acceptance. True beauty comes from within. And by nurturing that inner beauty, our outer beauty shines even brighter.
That's a beautiful way to put it. It's not about fitting into someone else's idea of beauty. It's about embracing who you are.
Exactly. It's about authenticity, self-expression, and loving your individuality.
The next talisman is Semzo. It's all about attracting abundance and good fortune. And we're not just talking about money here.
Semzo is about all the good stuff in life.
Yeah.
Love, health, happiness, and why not, even financial prosperity. It's about living a life full of abundance.
You can put Semzo in your business or your wallet, and they say the effort you put into creating it makes it even more powerful. It's not about sitting back and waiting, but about being active in creating what you want.
Right. Recognizing that we can create our own reality and attract abundance through our actions, thoughts, and beliefs, aligning ourselves with that flow of prosperity.
And lastly, we have Monishim. It's all about health, harmony, and a bright future. This one's especially relevant for creating a loving and peaceful home environment.
Monishim is about that feeling of peace, that well-being and harmony both within us and in our relationships with others. It's about building a space where love and positive energy can thrive.
Like creating a sanctuary where everyone can thrive, physically and emotionally. Imagine placing this talisman in your home and it radiating positive energy, creating a sense of peace and well-being for everyone.
It's acknowledging that our homes are more than just buildings, but sacred spaces where we can nurture ourselves and our loved ones.
So we've explored protection through charms, words of power, and even talismans. But there's another aspect of magic that's really fascinating, engaging our bodies and minds in specific rituals. Ready to explore some of those?
Absolutely. Rituals are like choreographed dances of intention, blending physical actions, words, and symbolic objects. They're all about directing our energy towards something specific, like protection, healing, or bringing something into existence.
Swami Manuel describes a ritual from the Scottish Highlands in Ireland that uses rowan tree branches tied with red thread. It's for protection and restful sleep. You can hang it above your door, even put it on the table during family dinners to prevent negativity and arguments.
The rowan tree has a long history in Celtic folklore. It's seen as protection from witchcraft, and evil spirits,
Hmm.
like a natural shield against negativity, you know? It absorbs and deflects those harmful energies.
It's like having a magical peacekeeper ensuring harmony and tranquility. And I love how these rituals incorporate elements of nature. It's like we're drawing on the Earth's energy.
It's a powerful reminder that we are part of a larger ecosystem. We can draw strength and support from the natural world around us. By including nature in our magical practices, we are acknowledging that connection.
It makes you realize that magic isn't this separate thing from nature, but rather an expression of it.
Exactly. It's tapping into that natural flow of energy that's everywhere and directing it towards, well, what we want.
Okay, since we're talking about drawing on natural elements, there's this other fascinating ritual in Swami Manuel's book. It's for pain relief. It's pretty interesting, actually. You tie knots in a linen thread while saying the letters of someone's name.
Originally, they used it for eye pain,
Hmm.
but you can adapt it for anything. It's a perfect example of combining intention with action to achieve something. It's like weaving a spell of healing with each knot you tie.
You know, the idea that our thoughts and intentions can influence our physical reality has always fascinated me. This ritual seems like a perfect example of that. It's not just the physical act of tying knots, it's the mental focus and intention that matters.
Totally. It's about realizing that we're not just, passive receivers of healing. We can actively participate in the process through our thoughts and actions.
It makes you realize we have more power than we think. Our minds are incredibly powerful. When we combine that power with intention and action, well, incredible things can happen.
Exactly. These formulas are like ancient blueprints for harnessing that power. They're a glimpse into the wisdom of those who came before us.
I'm excited to keep exploring. Let's take a trip back to ancient Babylon and see what we can discover. Swami Manuel's book describes this conjuration using bitumen, that sticky black stuff, to prevent evil spirits from entering a house.
It's really interesting. It reflects the ancient belief that evil spirits could bring illness and bad luck. Using bitumen is a way of creating a barrier against them.
You put it under the door and call upon good spirits for added protection, like an ancient security system, combining practical stuff with spiritual beliefs to create well-being and security.
It's that deep human need to feel safe in our homes.
Right. Creating a sacred space, a sanctuary where you can feel at peace. We all need that, don't we? To have a place where we feel safe and protected.
We do. It's a fundamental human need. And these formulas show us how people throughout history have tried to create that feeling of safety.
Next up is a Babylonian exorcism conjuration. It's for expelling the spirit of illness. It's a powerful invocation. You visualize the illness as this dark mass being banished from the body. It's interesting how this highlights the ancient belief that illness could be caused by, well, bad spirits.
It's a powerful way of confronting those forces and reclaiming your health. It's about taking control and choosing to live in a state of well-being.
What I find so cool is that you can use this technique for emotional and spiritual issues, even bad luck. Imagine visualizing those things as this dark cloud being pushed away from your life.
Absolutely. It's realizing we have the power to choose how we react to challenges, shifting our focus from the negative to the positive.
Okay, let's talk about combating negativity head-on. Swami Manuel's book describes an Assyrian conjuration for removing the evil eye. You know, that belief that someone can cause you harm just by looking at you? It's something anyone can use, no matter what they believe.
The evil eye is a belief found in so many cultures. It's all about negative energy, the potential harm from envy and ill intentions. This conjuration neutralizes that energy, protecting you from its effects.
It's like an energy shield, deflecting those bad vibes. We've all felt that at some point, right? That feeling of being targeted by negativity.
It's a reminder that we can protect ourselves from negativity, maintain our own well-being no matter what others might be throwing our way.
It's about choosing how we respond to that negativity, creating a positive space for ourselves even when things are tough.
Exactly. It's about taking charge of our energy and choosing to be around people and in situations that make us feel good.
And speaking of negativity, we can't forget about voodoo dolls. Swami Manuel's book even has a 3,000-year-old Assyrian conjuration for breaking a voodoo doll curse.
Voodoo dolls are often associated with harmful magic, but they can be used for healing and protection too. Intention is key. This conjuration uses fire, a powerful force, to destroy negative energy and break harmful connections.
This conjuration involves linking the doll to the victim, using personal items and negative rituals. Then they use fire, calling upon the fire god to break the connection. It's like a magical unbinding ritual.
It's about taking back our power and choosing to live a life full of freedom and well-being.
It reminds us that we can break free from anything holding us back, whether it's an object, a bad relationship, even negative thoughts. We can release it and move on.
It's about realizing we're not defined by our past or the negativity directed at us. We have the power to choose freedom and healing and to live a life full of joy.
That is such a powerful message. And it reminds us that magic isn't just about spells and rituals. It's about transformation and empowerment, taking control of our lives, creating the reality we want.
Welcome back to our deep dive into Swami Manuel's 108 magic formulas. It's amazing how these formulas, show us this human desire to connect with something bigger. They offer a sense of control in a world that can feel chaotic.
Yeah, that's so true. These formulas, they're not just ancient beliefs, but about tapping into that universal human desire to influence our lives and connect with something greater. Like we're all searching for that spark, that something extra that helps us through life's challenges, right?
And what's so cool is that these formulas give us practical ways to do just that. They give us this framework for working with energy, intention, and the idea that everything is connected.
Exactly. It's like they're ancient blueprints for taking control of our lives. So let's jump back into Swami Manuel's collection.
Okay, so in the last part, we talked about protection. Now let's look at a ritual that focuses on love and relationships. Swami Manuel describes a 17th, 18th century French ritual using 3 knots tied in a cord while you say these magical words, Ribel Noble Venarbi.
Wow, it sounds like a love song. A secret promise sealed with a knot. It's beautiful how magic can be used to make love stronger.
Totally. It's all about intention and ritual, making something physical to represent what we want. The act of tying those knots while saying those words, it's like weaving a spell of commitment.
Swami Manuel even suggests couples could tie knots in separate cords and exchange them, like a magical twist on exchanging rings.
It personalizes the ritual,
Yeah.
makes it even more meaningful, creating this reminder of love and commitment, something you can hold on to.
I love that. It's taking everyday things and giving them meaning and purpose.
Speaking of talismans, there's the Hebrew word AGLA. It stands for God will be great for eternity and is believed to protect.
You see it a lot on amulets and talismans, calling for divine protection and guidance, like a reminder that we can ask for help from a higher power whenever we need it.
Exactly. Connecting with something bigger than ourselves. It's about having faith, trusting that we're being guided on our journey.
What I find so empowering about these formulas is that they encourage us to take charge of our lives.
Yeah.
Not just waiting for things to happen, but taking action, making things happen.
You got it. It's realizing we have the power to create our own reality. These formulas give us the tools to do that.
Now, for something a little different, let's look at a ritual from Normandy. It uses onions, and it's for figuring out who's wishing you harm. Divination has always been fascinating to me, using everyday objects to understand the unseen world.
It's a practice that's been around forever, and it shows how resourceful ancient magic was, finding meaning in the most unexpected places.
This ritual can also be used for answering yes-no questions, like an ancient magic 8-ball, only with an onion.
It's fascinating how it uses the energy of nature. It shows how even the simplest things can hold hidden wisdom.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other secrets are out there, hiding in plain sight? What other everyday things have this hidden potential?
It's like we're invited to explore the world with curiosity and wonder, to look deeper, to discover the magic all around us.
Speaking of exploring hidden potential, Swami Manuel describes a dowsing technique for finding lost objects. It uses a pendulum and focuses on meditation and self-discovery, like a treasure hunt for your own intuition.
Dowsing has been used to find water, minerals, and lost things for centuries. It taps into your subconscious mind, giving you access to information your conscious mind doesn't have.
Like using your intuition as a compass. I love that dowsing can be a form of self-discovery. It's not just about finding stuff, it's about tuning into our inner voice.
It's about trusting that inner wisdom. That inner voice can guide us toward what's best for us.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Let's talk about Christian invocations and practices. Swami Manuel mentions a charm using the names of the 3 wise men, Gaspar, Melchior, and Balthazar, to ward off illness.
It's a perfect example of how magic can be a blend of different beliefs. It's about finding what speaks to you and creating a practice that aligns with your own values.
It's a good reminder that magic is a universal language. We all express it in different ways. It's about finding what works for you.
Right. It's all about connecting with the divine, however you understand it, creating a practice that helps you grow spiritually and live a better life.
Next, let's look at a ritual for making a magic wand. Swami Manuel says to use a hazel branch cut at sunrise, along with an invocation to give it power.
The wand is such a classic symbol of magic, isn't it? It directs energy and intention. And the hazel tree, well, it's always been linked to magic and wisdom in Celtic folklore. A perfect choice for a wand.
This ritual highlights the power of intention and the way we can imbue objects with magical energy. It's about taking an ordinary object and turning it into something sacred, a tool for our desires.
It's a reminder that we have the power to create magic, taking ordinary things and giving them meaning, turning them into tools for our transformation.
That's a beautiful way to look at it. It's seeing the magic that's already all around us.
Absolutely. Opening our eyes to the wonder that's in every moment.
Speaking of protection, Swami Manuel also describes the fulminating rod. It's about deflecting negativity and protecting yourself from people who, well, might make fun of your beliefs or try to hold you back on your spiritual journey.
It's like a magical shield, right? Keeping that negativity away, protecting your own spiritual exploration.
I love that. Creating a safe space for your spiritual growth.
Exactly. Honoring your own journey.
Okay, let's get back to nature and look at some rituals that tap into the power of the earth. Swami Manuel describes an Anglo-Saxon ritual for protecting your home from, get this, rodents and negativity. It uses chalk stones with the names of the 4 evangelists, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, placed at the corners of your property.
It's practical and spiritual all at the same time. It's creating a boundary around your home, calling for divine protection, and using the power of those sacred names.
Creating a sacred shield to keep the negativity out. And I love how it connects us to the land, recognizing the earth's power to protect us.
It reminds us that we're not separate from nature, but connected to it.
There's this Irish ritual for blessing your home and bringing in abundance. It's so poetic. It involves this beautiful invocation to nature and turning 3 times toward the sun.
It's so beautiful. It shows the deep respect for nature in Celtic spirituality. The sun is life-giving energy, abundance. Turning toward it is aligning ourselves with that power.
It's like a dance of gratitude, celebrating nature's abundance.
Recognizing that everything is connected and honoring nature.
And speaking of connecting with the earth, Swami Manuel talks about the phrase, Ursi Urs, Ursi Ursi, Mother of the Earth. It's used in Anglo-Saxon magic.
It shows that reverence for the earth as a mother figure. She nourishes us, sustains us, protects us.
It's calling upon the earth's wisdom, asking for her guidance in our lives.
Reminding us that we are a part of nature. We are her children.
There's this beautiful ritual from the 12th century where you offer a loaf of bread to the earth for good harvests.
It shows the deep respect they had for the earth's bounty. It's acknowledging that we depend on the earth for our survival. Honoring her ensures our well-being.
We're part of this sacred cycle, right?
Yeah.
Giving and receiving.
Exactly. When we show gratitude for what we receive and give back, we create balance.
Sometimes we need to let go of things that no longer serve us. Swami Manuel describes a ritual for releasing unhealthy attachments. You write the person's name on paper, add offerings, wrap it in cloth, and bury it or throw it in water.
It's a powerful way to let go of what's no longer good for us. Sometimes letting go is the best thing we can do.
Surrendering it to the earth or the water, making space for new, healthy relationships.
Trusting that by letting go, we open ourselves up to something better. The universe has a plan.
Let's explore the magical power of words. Swami Manuel talks about the 72 names of God, their protective powers, and the complex rituals associated with them.
These names have specific vibrations that can be used to call upon divine qualities. They're often used in Kabbalistic magic and are believed to have the power to heal and manifest desires.
It's like tuning into a divine frequency.
It reminds us that we're connected to this source of infinite power. We can overcome anything.
Swami Manuel describes a ritual for exorcising magical ink. He explains that this ritual purifies the ink, making written spells and requests more powerful.
It's about recognizing that ink, our thoughts and words made physical, can carry energy. Exorcising the ink is cleansing it, making it a pure vessel for our intentions.
It's like making the ink a channel for magic, right? Ensuring our written words carry that power.
Every part of our practice can be filled with intention and purpose. Paying attention to the details makes our rituals and spells stronger.
There's a similar ritual for paper or parchment, which you can use to boost the power of, say, a resume or important documents.
Using magic in everyday situations, giving those objects purpose, turning them into tools to help us achieve our goals.
Giving our words a magical boost.
Magic can empower us in every area of our lives.
And lastly, Swami Manuel mentions a Spanish prayer for toothaches. He points out its imagery and suggests that writing it down and signing it makes it more effective.
It shows how powerful the written word can be. By writing down our intentions, we make them real.
It's like a contract with the universe.
Our words have power. We can use them to make positive changes.
Let's explore ancient healing practices. Swami Manuel describes different headache remedies, using herbs from a statue's head, prayers, even drawing a U on your forehead.
It's a mix of natural remedies and rituals. The herbs show a belief in the healing power of plants, and the prayers and symbols call for spiritual help.
It's a holistic approach, addressing the physical and energetic aspects of the problem.
We're complex beings, and healing often means addressing every level: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual.
Swami Manuel also discusses ancient ways to stop bleeding and ease pain. He mentions using crosses, phrases, even knotted cords.
It shows the power of symbols and rituals to influence the body. The cross, it represents healing and protection. By calling on its power, we're using those qualities to help us heal.
Harnessing the power of symbols and ritual to send healing energy.
It's the mind-body connection, right? Our thoughts and beliefs affect our physical well-being.
Let's dive into cleansing and protection. Swami Manuel describes a ritual for removing negativity using salt, offerings, and a cloth bag.
Salt has always been associated with purification and protection. It draws out the negativity, then you release it into flowing water, washing it away, renewing positive energy.
Like a spiritual bath for our energy.
We can get rid of negativity and create positive space for ourselves through simple but powerful rituals.
Swami Manuel also shares a Latin phrase for protection while traveling or in dangerous situations. It's Jesus autem transiens per medium illorum ebat, meaning, but Jesus passing through their midst went his way.
It calls upon the protective power of Jesus. It reminds us that we can ask for divine protection whenever we need it. Even when things are dangerous, we can stay safe.
Like a shield of divine light protecting us.
We're never truly alone. There are forces out there watching over us, guiding us.
Here's a German charm for liberation and protection. You draw a circle on your forehead or chest while saying the charm.
The circle, it's a universal symbol of protection and wholeness. Drawing it creates a symbolic boundary.
Drawing a circle of protection around our energy, keeping the negativity out.
It's about setting boundaries, protecting ourselves from negative influences.
Swami Manuel mentions the Sanskrit mantra, Om Aim Saraswatai Namaha, for knowledge, intelligence, and illumination. He says to say this mantra while holding water to imbue it with the mantra's energy.
This mantra calls for the blessings of Saraswati, the Hindu goddess of knowledge. Chanting it connects us to her energy and invites wisdom and creativity into our lives.
It's like drinking from a fountain of knowledge.
Knowledge is power. When we seek wisdom and understanding, we can live a more fulfilling life.
And Swami Manuel includes a conjuration to Isis for protection from illness. This one emphasizes prevention and connects to the Egyptian goddess of healing.
Isis is a powerful goddess in ancient Egypt, known for her healing powers and protection. This conjuration calls for her blessings of health and well-being.
It's calling upon that divine healing energy.
We can ask for help from divine forces. There are beings of light out there who are always willing to help.
Let's talk about colors, numbers, and symbols in magic. Swami Manuel talks about red, a powerful color, strength, protection, vitality.
Red is often used in magic to make spells stronger, to boost prayers, and to ward off negativity. It's a vibrant color that amplifies what we want.
It's like a burst of energy for our magic.
Colors have meaning. We can use them in our magic to create what we desire.
Swami Manuel also gives examples of how the number 7 is used in magic. It's associated with healing, divine power, and good luck in many cultures.
7 is a sacred number in a lot of traditions. It represents completeness, perfection, spirituality. You see it a lot in mythology and religion, cosmic order, and divine intervention.
It's like a lucky number with a spiritual boost.
The numbers have meaning. We can use them in our magic to connect with those universal forces.
Finally, Swami Manuel introduces the word ephata. It comes from the Gospel of St. Mark. He says it's used in healing rituals and can open up new paths and opportunities.
Ephata means be opened. It's a word of change and freedom. It can open our hearts and minds to new possibilities.
It's like a key to unlock those hidden doors.
We have the power to create our own reality. When we focus on our best intentions, we can make our dreams come true.
Swami Manuel suggests writing ephata down, adding your personal request, wrapping it in red thread, and carrying it with you.
It's a way to personalize this word, make it yours. Carry it with you and keep your intention close.
A talisman of personal power.
It's about believing in ourselves, trusting that the universe will support us.
We've covered a lot in this deep dive. It's amazing how these formulas give us so much wisdom.
It's inspiring to see how people have always tried to connect with the divine and use magic to create a better life.
And these formulas are still relevant today. We can use them to make our lives better.
That's right. Take this ancient wisdom and make it your own.
Let's continue our exploration. Stay tuned for part 3.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been exploring this incredible book, Swami Manuel's 108 Magic Formulas, uncovering all this ancient wisdom and, practical techniques for everything from protecting ourselves to attracting abundance.
It has been quite a journey, hasn't it? Traveling across cultures, through time. It's amazing how people have always wanted to connect with those unseen forces in the universe. And what I find so inspiring is that these formulas aren't just, old beliefs. They tap into that universal desire to live a better life, find meaning, and connect with something bigger than ourselves.
It's about realizing that we have the power to shape our reality, and these formulas give us a framework for doing that. They give us the tools to work with energy, intention, and the idea that everything is interconnected.
Exactly. In this final part of our deep dive, we're going to explore how we can embrace our inner magician using these formulas to create positive change.
Swami Manuel shares this passage from an ancient Egyptian papyrus. It describes magic as a gift from the god Ra to fight negativity. It emphasizes the positive side of magic, how it's a force for good.
It's like we all have this power inside us, a spark that we can use to overcome challenges and create a life full of joy and purpose.
It's about realizing that magic isn't separate from us, but part of who we are, a force we can use to heal, grow, and create what we want.
I know some people might be a bit intimidated by the idea of, embracing their inner magician, but it's not about hocus pocus or anything like that. It's about intention, focus, and working with the natural energies around us.
Exactly, aligning our thoughts and actions with what we want and trusting that the universe will support us. And these formulas offer practical ways to do that.
Swami Manuel describes a conjuration from a 4th century physician, Oribasius. It's for a safe childbirth. It's a beautiful example of how magic can be used to support women during this incredibly transformative experience.
It reflects the belief in the power of words and rituals to, influence what happens physically and ask for divine help when we need it, calling on those forces of creation to guide and protect both the mother and child.
It reminds us that we can ask for spiritual help during times of change and that there are forces of love and light always there to guide us through those challenges.
And it's not just about childbirth. We can adapt this for anything, starting a new job, moving, going through a tough time.
It's about recognizing that we don't have to go through those challenges alone. There's support out there.
Speaking of support, Swami Manuel shares a charm for falling asleep. It uses the name Exmail and calls upon the angel Michael.
It highlights that belief in the protective power of angels and their ability to guide and help us while we sleep. The angel Michael is often seen as a warrior, strength, protection.
By calling on him, this charm is meant to create peaceful sleep. It's like asking a guardian angel to watch over you.
I love that. So comforting, right? To know we're never really alone, even in our sleep.
Exactly. And we can adapt this for ourselves or to help others who have trouble sleeping.
And finally, let's talk about a Swedish word for awakening love. It's tugress. The ritual is to write it on your hand before the sun comes up.
It shows how important intention and timing are in magic. Dawn is a time for new beginnings.
By writing tugress before dawn, we're setting this powerful intention for love to come into our lives. It's like planting a seed of love.
And Swami Manuel says this word can also be about feeling loved, appreciated, valued. It's about realizing love isn't just romantic, but something we need in every aspect of our lives.
Feeling loved by our families, our friends, ourselves.
Exactly. Cultivating self-love, recognizing we deserve love and happiness. And when we do that, it attracts more love.
So as we finish this deep dive, what are some of the things that stand out to you?
The themes of protection, using the power of words, connecting with nature, adapting these techniques for our lives today. It's amazing how people throughout history have used these ideas to connect with the universe and make their lives better.
It's like we've been given this amazing toolkit filled with ancient wisdom.
And it's so inspiring that these formulas encourage us to be active participants in our lives, not just waiting, but doing something, making things happen.
I love how Swami Manuel encourages us to try these formulas out, to experiment, He reminds us that magic is about connecting with something bigger than ourselves, whether it's a deity, nature, or our own inner strength. It's about using that connection to bring positive change into the world.
It's knowing we're not alone.
Yeah.
There are forces out there to help us. It's about believing in the universe and ourselves.
Embrace your inner magician. Explore these formulas, experiment, create your own. Who knows what you might discover?
The power to create a life you love, full of joy, abundance, it's all inside you. Trust yourself, trust the universe, and let the magic happen.
Did you get any of that?